Ladies and gentlemen, on the hot seat today I have
Ryan Hall.
and he's going to tell you all about himself.
Yeah.
So don't go anywhere. Here we are, Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to tell me about yourself.
Okay.
What do you do?
So I'm a beauty product photographer from Nottingham.
Mm-hmm.
Been doing it for the past 5 years, but been professional for the past 10. But I started doing photography since I was 12.
Is there a difference with beauty photography than regular photography?
Well, I won't say there's regular photography. I'd say there's photography as an umbrella. Then there's many niches after that. Under that, sorry. So you have wedding, portrait events, etc. But to answer your question with beauty, it's more of a close-up showcasing the skin of different skin textures, different skin colors, and the creativity that you can do with makeup, special effects, even hair. But then there's also the product side as well. So it's again umbrella. You have the advertising side, commercial side, which a lot of genres it can incorporate. So you have a genre with a sub genre, or it can connect. It just depends on what it is that you're doing. So, but yeah.
Well, how long have you been doing this business?
So as in the studio or the business as a whole?
As a whole.
As a whole. So started back in, I believe 2011 or 2012. 2011, that's 22. Me and my brother. He's also a photographer, so we kind of just came together and just started an organization called Town Media Entertainment. That included video, photography, and graphic design as well, like flyers. And then we did that for about a year or so, but we just had two different visions. I wanted, well, what I basically got now. He wanted what he's got now. So we just split. We split around when I met my wife. Well, she wasn't my wife then, but my wife. And when I moved out of Nottingham to Newark, which is like 30 minutes away, that's when I started Hall's independent photography. Independent because I see it as I've gone on my own. With Hall's independent, we did weddings and events. Sometimes I bring my brother along, because even though we went our separate ways, we still supported each other. But yeah, I did weddings and events, but I was kind of still, again, trying to find my feet. What I actually wanted to do. What happened? So I did that from 2016. That's when I registered as a limited company. That's when I started to learn the business more. If I have to backtrack, when me and my brother did Town Media Entertainment, we didn't know what we were doing. We didn't know nothing about business. We didn't know nothing about cameras. We knew how to take a good photo off the whim, but we didn't know how to actually create a good photo. That being the settings of the camera, the lens, lighting, etc. We didn't know how to do it. So fast forward to 2016, Hall's independent. I decided to put the camera down. Not stop, just put it down and learn the business. Learn about the website design. If you saw my first website, it's horrendous. Learn about the web, learn about marketing, learn about the business of photography and business as a whole. That was terrible. It took a lot of frustration, a lot of late nights, reading, watching YouTube videos.
I can imagine.
Late nights. It was frustrating. I didn't get my first actual booking till a year later, and that was just through word of mouth. I was attracting the wrong clientele, but I was taking up the jobs because I needed the money. A lot of trial and errors. That's what happened. A lot of errors and trials that happened, to where it kind of led me to where I am today. But we won't fast forward. We won't skip the one step in between all this. So, business picked up because I learned. I got more confident in my selling. Got more confident in my pricing. Got more confident in speaking with people. I have a natural stutter. You can hear it. But I kind of learned how to use that in everything that I do. I'm not ashamed of it. It's a part of who I am. I accept who I am. So we got to lockdown. Actually, no, I won't even skip forward to that. I did school photography a while as well. I did freelance. So I didn't want to. I was kind of stepping away from weddings and events slowly. I did school photography for Rates, which is in Newark. Great company, like family to me. To where they just send me out to schools, take photos. I learned a lot from them as well, business and technical. I kind of use what they taught me today as well. Then it got to, because that's only on a term time, so it wasn't all year round. If it was all year round, I think I'd be doing it now as well. Great money. We got to a point where I did lockdown hit. They stopped, so Rate stopped. Had to go back into work. I was working in a prison. Still doing my photography still, but I took this opportunity to learn the business a bit more, especially with sales and negotiation. I managed to book a wedding with someone in the prison, to where it led us to Scotland. So that was my first wedding outside of England, so to speak, but it was a great experience. And then got more weddings as, it was like a snowball effect. The more I learned, the more I interacted with people, the more weddings I booked. So the last wedding we did was in lockdown. It was great, perfect. Nikki and Josh, great couple. And then I went home. I was satisfied. I sat down. It was dark. I just sat down and said, "Yeah, I'm done." I just said, "I'm done with horse independent photography. I'm done with weddings. I'm done with events." Because they say I didn't want to do it long term. It's not longevity. It has to come to a stop. And it just felt right as I had done. And that's when the birth of Ryan Hall Photography came about. I've always wanted to have my own self-brand name. Why I didn't do it in the past, who knows? But I just didn't do it until 2020. Lockdown was 2019, so yeah, 2020. It was around that time. 2020 or 2021, one of those years. Ryan Hall Photography was born, and that's when I started to do the beauty. I started to collaborate with makeup artists, hairstylists, and just models as well. That was a different area that I had to learn, because it's all about communication, connecting with people, and I could say I'm an ambivert, so introvert and an extrovert.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
at times I can be introvert. Other times I can be a bit extrovert. Just depend on my mood. Depends on the environment that I'm in, and it kind of depends on if I have to be one of them. Went to an event a couple of days ago on my own, where I had to talk to people because they're not going to talk to me. I had to talk to them. Anyway, so met a lot of people, did a lot of shoots, a lot of test shoots as well. That's one thing I learned. Test shoots is where you create your portfolio. It's where you build rapport, build relationships with people as well. That way they can, if someone was to mention, do you know anyone that can do X, Y, Z? Yes, Ryan Hall, I can put you in contact with him. So I did that for a while, and you can't really see it on camera, but all my photos here, this is a part of it. And it got to a point, 2021, 2021, end of year. So, when I started Ryan Hall photography, I was shooting down at the High Secondary Youth Club. Some people know it as Boys Club. And I don't know if I should be saying this, but I had an arrangement where I could use the room. I used to work there as well. I've done a lot for the Boys Club, but I had an arrangement where I could use the room. I just had to give a heads up to where I would bring all my studio kit, set it up, and tear it down every time I shoot. It was annoying. It was annoying. To this day, it's annoying.
Can imagine.
But I had to do it. If I didn't do it, I can't grow. And one thing I've never learned was to give up. So I don't know how to. I know how to finish, but not give up. Anyway, so 2021 Christmas, I reached out to the club to see if I can use the room for set dates, because this is when I start to say, okay, I need to level up now. I need to do more. Get this shoot booked in, get this shoot booked in, this shoot, put it out there, agencies, etc. Had a full plan. I didn't get a reply. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe I saw my text. After New Year's, I believe it was the 3rd of January, which was a Friday, I've gone down there and I've asked, is so-and-so about? They said, no, he's retired. I was like, oh, okay, did tell me. Not saying that he had to, but if I'm reaching out to you, can you say, Ryan, I'm not there anymore. But hey, no harm done. So there was two paths I could have went down. I could have either moaned and dwelled on it, or I can do something about it. I almost went down this one and dwelled on it. But then I went back to the wife and I said to her, bear in mind I was working at this point as well, so I had funds. And I said to her, I need to get my own space. Worked out how much I can afford, like through the cash flow, as well as having money for myself. Because I'll be getting money from this as well, which I was. Then I reached out to the club to see if I can use the room for set dates, because this is when I start to say, okay, I need to level up now. I need to do more. Get this shoot booked in, get this shoot booked in, this shoot, put it out there, agencies, etc. Had a full plan. I didn't get a reply. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe I saw my text. After New Year's, I believe it was the 3rd of January, which was a Friday, I've gone down there and I've asked, is so-and-so about? They said, no, he's retired. I was like, oh, okay, did tell me. Not saying that he had to, but if I'm reaching out to you, can you say, Ryan, I'm not there anymore. But hey, no harm done. So there was two paths I could have went down. I could have either moaned and dwelled on it, or I can do something about it. I almost went down this one and dwelled on it. But then I went back to the wife and I said to her, bear in mind I was working at this point as well, so I had funds. And I said to her, I need to get my own space. Worked out how much I can afford, like through the cash flow, as well as having money for myself. Because I'll be getting money from this as well, which I was. Then we said, okay, we can afford X, Y, Z. I started to look that same week, found a spot twice as small as this, but twice as much. Decided to go for it. Was within my budget, and I needed somewhere fast. Between viewing it and going home, it went. And again, those two lanes popped up again. I could either dwell on it or do something about it. So I say for like a month, I was looking throughout the whole of January, looking. What happened? I saw a office space was quite big but it was above a petrol station. You had to go through the petrol station shop just to get it, and that's not a good look. Other places was a storage unit, no windows. You had to bring your own extension. Ooh, there's a lot of riffraff. It was just a bit long, and that's when I reached out to a makeup artist. I forgot her name. She's in Hockley. If she got any spaces where she is, she said no. But get in contact with the Nottingham City Council. They normally have units to rent. So to me, the units that I saw in the past was with the garage door, Marcus scarring, no windows. But, excuse me, I'm in a position where I need to get a spot. So I get a bit desperate here. So I went through them. This building came up, arranged a viewing for the. So I thought I was going to be looking at the room that was on the picture. No, that one went smaller as well. So like in the cellar, no windows. Viewed this room, viewed 2 other rooms, but I fell in love with this room. Mm-hmm. So when I fell in love with this room, as soon as those keys got in my hand in March 2023. Ryan Hall Photography went from Ryan Hall Photography. Sorry, the business went from Ryan Hall Photography to Ryan Hall Studios, and that's where we are today.
Can you imagine? You felt really proud.
I was proud. Still am. I come in here and I just looking at this. This is mine. It's just all right. So.
Good thing we closed the windows.
Alright, so I do manifestation. I write down my affirmations. I do this thing called Sunday reset every Sunday, where it's a bit like when you just clean, but it's for me it's cleaning the clutter up. So you're cleaning your house, but you're also cleaning what you're unloading that whole week, refresh for the next week. To where I write down my affirmations, write down what I'm thankful for, gratitude and affirmations. And I came across this reel where it said, write down your goals for the year. Write down the goals that you want to achieve. Write down the goals that you want to achieve this year. Now write down the goals that you know you can achieve this month, that you know you can achieve this week, that you know you can achieve tomorrow. The studio one, I wrote down, but I couldn't put when I'm going to achieve it. That was 3 days before I got the notification about this. And then I got it. That's when I fully believed affirmations and gratitude, having that positive mindset, speaking things into existence, works. There's more things I want, but I know they're going to come. You know what I mean? And that's that. If you saw this place when I first got it, it was green. It was nasty. The floors didn't look like this. I didn't have these backdrops here. I had the wrong ones. I didn't have all this. I was at the starting point. I thought the equipment that I already had was enough. Yeah, if you're a mobile, but for a studio, you need cupboards, you need seating. You need more than a couple of lights, you need stands, you need walls, you know what I mean? Like, you need a lot. And it took me a year to upgrade. And I'm still going to be upgrading a bit more, but I'm happy with what I got now. And I feel that's why I'm even more proud now. Because I was proud when I first got the spot, thinking, yes, this is good. But then when you really evaluate, okay, what needs to be done, then it's, okay, get it done within a good budget that you didn't expect to be paying as well. Lower than, I'm expecting at least £1,000. Pay at least £200 for the upgrades in here, you won't think it. So I feel even more prouder. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So, rewinding a bit, when you actually first got started, how difficult was it? Was it easy? Financially, how did you manage? What steps did you take?
The business or do
The business.
The business.
When you first started photography.
Right. Professionally.
Yeah.
The finance bit, I was working, so I had funds. Yeah, I had funds to fund the business while I'm growing. Any equipment that I needed, I can get it. Either I'm paying it on payment plan or in 3 payments or all in one if I can get it all in one. The wife played a big part in teaching me about the finance bit, because they say I shot at my family, but when it comes to money, I wasn't taught how to manage money. I was taught how to save, I was taught how to spend it, but not manage it. There's a big difference. That's where the wife was taught by her grandmother, who knew a lot. So she taught her, and then she taught me. And since then, every financial move is calculated. If I know I can't afford that, I'm gonna get it on a payment plan. I'd rather just pay it outright. Unless it's a payment plan where I know I got money coming in. Okay, but I need this now. Okay, I get that. And once the money comes in, I pay it off. You know what I mean? But I guess the financial side, as I went along, it just kind of just worked. It just worked itself out. But it was hard. It still is. I can't lie. It is always the hardest bit, getting clients, because you find different ways, and then you gotta rinse and repeat the ones that work. I bought leaflets. I haven't bought leaflets for the business in like 3 years. But the difference is, 3 years ago, I didn't really know the business. I didn't know where my customers were. I didn't know how to connect with them. Fast forward to now, I know exactly where they are. Or I just need to go, boom, and they'll see it. I get a call within a week or two.
Okay. So where do you see yourself in 5 years' time?
Right. So I love this question. So I'll still have this place, but I'll also have another one, at least 1,000 square feet, if not bigger. And the expense won't be that much of a problem because of where I will be with the business. So even though I got Ryan Hall Studios, I'm going to be starting another company which is also connected, where I'll be selling photography accessories, lights, stands, backdrops.
Good for you.
But it will be from here. So this is where I'm operating now. When I move, this will be where that business will then operate. Because it don't make no sense to go find storage space that's the same price or more. You know what I mean? Everything can be stored here, to where it'll be a case of backdrops or anything. It can be click and collect if you're local, or delivered within 24 hours DPD. Work out a relationship with them. You know what I mean? I've already established a plug who are a manufacturer. They said to me, we can, and not to go too deep, but what they've offered me, I can easily start it now. But it's just a case of doing it strategically. You got to be strategic about it. You know what I mean? I don't want to focus on that business while I'm still working on this one. I want this one to be. So I've got systems in place that allows the business to run. I'm still implementing new systems. Example, the leaflets, that's a system. Once I've established a strong system to where I'm only doing 2 tasks a week or a month, I'm good. That is successful, that's cool. Because then I can assign that to someone. Then I can focus on this business. Do the same thing. Just be a bit different because it's products, but it's business. I'm at a point now where I'm hiring a virtual assistant. Got an interview next week. To where she'll handle things that I'm not strong in. So I can email, I can do the right text. I can, if we're on the phone, video call, we can have that conversation. Just as you and I, we had that conversation and it was just straightforward, like we knew each other. and I can sell. I can close the sale. I did it yesterday and today. Easy. It's just getting them connected. So for me, I got a store. As I'm talking to you now, I can't talk like this once I get on the phone. If I'm getting on the phone to sell, it's like I've become a whole different person. My voice just kind of, it's like I'm very scared. It's weird. I'm working on it, but for now, if I can pay someone who can pick up the phone, book that video appointment, then I jump on. Why not? You know what I mean? Work smarter, not harder.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
So what advice would you give to anyone who's interested in starting their own business?
Don't try and climb before you can run, and don't try and run before you can walk. Because you will trip over. You will trip over, and you will blame that brick on the road. You'll not see your flaw. I did it. I didn't see my flaw. I was against what everyone said to me. So there's that saying where be around the people who are in the position that you want to be in. It's facts.
Has it worked for you?
It's worked for me. I met Denise Maxwell, Dr. Denise Maxwell now, at the photography show 2 years ago. And we never met. I was just walking around, saw an exhibition, and she was there. It was her exhibition, and she told me about how she was speaking in the show. I was like, oh, something I want to do. So I found someone who's done what I want to do. And I said to her, this is when I started my podcast as well. I will be relaunching that end of this month, by the way. I said to her, do you want to jump on my podcast? And just tell your story right there. This is when she was at that stage where she was just, but she wasn't yet. She was just there. She was on the bend of that hill. So she jumped on the podcast. She shared her story. Shared her story. And then it just kind of inspired me. I attended her workshop. I asked her questions. She's like a mentor, an unofficial mentor. And that's who I've surrounded myself with. I'm in a group chat with her and her people. I'm surrounding myself now. You know what I mean? I'm going to networking events, surrounding myself by people who are at a high level than me. And it worked. You know what I mean? So if the advice, surround yourself with people who are in the position that you want to be in. Don't climb, don't run before you can walk. And always take accountability for what you do. At the end of the day, it's you. Great.
Good advice. So where can people contact you if they're interested in using your services?
I'm everywhere. So what I'm saying, I'm everywhere. No, okay. So you can go onto my website, which is www.ryanhallstudios.co.uk. I'm on Instagram as well. Ryan Hall Photo, which is my personal one, my personal branding one, but also Ryan Hall Studios, which is where I show the work that I do behind the scenes. TikTok as well, the same as the Instagram. And if you want to drop me an email, it's also on the website. So, yeah.
Okay, no telephone number?
Yes, but I don't know off by heart. Which is also on the website. It is actually, I've got it here on my new leaflets. That's another thing as well. If you're gonna have a telephone number, try and have a landline. If you got a premise, or even if you can just have a landline, a virtual landline, it's more professional. So our number is 015 783 0762. That's our direct line for the studio and the business. So, and yeah, this is what we do.
Plug there. Okay, Ryan, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us at Viva Africa, and I wish you all the best.
You're welcome.
In your business, and I look forward to seeing your escalation in a few years' time.
Oh yeah, we'll be doing a part 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye bye.